Hello everyone, CannonFodder here, bringing you CannonFodder's 5 tips for not becoming fodder. I wanted to do this video for a while, but due to streaming and all the other videos I've put up, I just haven't had the time, but I figured now would be good. So let's dive into this. First tip is going to be, watch all of my videos. I know, that one probably shouldn't be a tip, so let's make it bonus. Doesn't hurt to have a strong base, so I would suggest watching my videos, How to IL2 videos. I will throw a link here for you guys. Alright, the real tip number 1 is going to be, know your plane. If you're just starting out, I would suggest picking a plane and sticking with it. There's nothing wrong with flying a specific type of plane, or specific plane for that matter. I'm not very good at energy fighting, so I prefer turn fighters. That's why I tend to play the Yak and the Eshak. And go through and look at the specifications tab for your specific plane. It'll show you what you need to know as far as speeds you need to watch out for and what your plane is good at. So throwing up the screen for the Yak 1, you can definitely see that it is a good turner. Everything else is rather mediocre. Alright, the rest of the video is just going to be some gameplay clips running in the background since I really don't have anything to showcase the rest of the tips, but that brings us to number 2, altitude. When in doubt, climb. It is definitely good to be above your enemy, so you have an energy advantage, most likely. This lets you control the engagement as far as when it started and how you come in for your attack. It also limits what the enemy can do as far as getting on your 6. So, again, when in doubt, climb. And this goes back to the plane that you picked. With the Yak, I don't usually like to go above 5k because it gets kind of shitty after that as far as performance. So I usually like to stay lower than that and not go above 5k unless I have to. So having the altitude makes it a lot easier for the German players since the 109 and 190 climb so well and perform a lot better up at altitude. Having altitude also gives you more options if you have to do maneuvers. If you're on the deck, your options are limited. Alright, tip number 3. Check your 6. Does not hurt to keep checking your 6. If you are flying a plane that does not have good rear visibility, do a little turn to be able to clear your 6 and then get back on track. It happens a lot, even with me. I am so paranoid I check my 6 while I'm sitting on the runway, but I still have times where I did not see the plane that came in and shot me. So definitely make sure to check your 6. If you see them before they hit you, you have more options as far as pulling pilot shit and getting away from them or on their 6 and shooting them down. Alright, tip number 4, be easy on the stick. Especially if you're flying a plane like the Eshak or the 190, where if you pull really hard on the stick, you will stall and you will lose all of your airspeed, or at least most of it, and a lot of your altitude, which you usually do not want to do. If you have to, go into the settings and turn down the sensitivity and work your way up to what's comfortable for you, but be easy on the stick. Alright, tip number 5, don't stick on the enemy. If you've shot them up and they are smoking black, pull off them, gain altitude, and reassess. If you stick on them because you want to make sure that you get the kill, more than likely you're going to get another enemy on your 6 and it's not going to turn out well. It happens to me all the time. I usually have a hard time deciding if the enemy's going to go down or not. I end up half the time pulling off them too early and they end up getting home safe, whereas I stick on them to make sure they go down and I end up getting shot down. So definitely learn if they are smoking black, or if you shot them up a lot and they're not near their airfield, pull off them, climb, and reassess. That's it for CannonFodder's 5 tips for not becoming fodder. Hope it was helpful and enjoyable. If it was, definitely make sure to subscribe, give it a thumbs up. If you have any tips you want to pass on or have any questions, definitely make sure to post them in the comments below and we can chat. And as always, if you like more fails with your videos, definitely make sure to come over and check out my Twitch channel. See you in the air.